Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's January 24th, Wednesday, midweek. Let's see, I went to Harbor Freight again. I'm getting to be like a Walmart shopper, but now in Harbor Freight, all right? For the things that you just got to have, right? That you don't need. But I'm going to do a video of unboxing the stuff that I got yesterday. Because I think a couple are pretty neat. We're still having the issues with comments being deleted before I even get to see them. I don't know what to say on that. And we'll throw in a few other things while the show rolls. So hang tight. So we'll first start off by talking about basically the elephant in the room, and that is comments being deleted. And it got me to thinking yesterday. And I love the post that Eamon did, that derogatory one about kittens, puppies, and you know you can do better than that. I get your point. You are about as, what's the right word? Obnoxious like I am. I love it. But it may not be you guys. You know, I got to thinking there yesterday afternoon. Because I tend to do that when I ride in a vehicle for up to an hour. I'll start thinking. When I should be paying attention, right? But I got to thinking about the whole issue because I didn't realize it was an issue. You know how you didn't think there was anything wrong, but now there is something wrong and you're trying to figure out how to fix something you didn't even know existed? That's me. So the first thing I come up with in justifying it is, you know, when I use somebody else's platform, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, or eBay, Amazon, Sears, Walmart, the one thing that I have to abide by is their rules. It's their platform. And with YouTube and Facebook, they're providing a platform for me to use free of charge. I mean, I get the ads, but free of charge. As long as I stay within what they deem as okay. And when I was selling on eBay a lot, we went head to heads. Amazon was worse. I went more head to heads with Amazon, and they would just keep showing me policy violations. You know, of how I worded it. The picture I used was copyrighted. Well, the picture I used was from one of my suppliers. I was an OEM Briggs dealer, so I used the Briggs OEM picture, and I had to go through a bunch of horse shit to have Briggs talk to Amazon and say, it's all right, he's one of our top dealers. He can use our pictures. We encourage him to use our pictures. So that everything is the same, right? But to them, it was still a policy violation. They lifted that and they let that go. But if you have very many in a short amount of time shape, then they just simply shut you down. So what I was thinking is maybe it might be my content and what I'm doing that is causing issues. Because I thought about that yesterday, so I did some quick research on it last night. And if you're not following YouTube's policies. Then they can shadow ban you with the term they use. And that means they slow down so that not as many people can see your site, your videos. And also it limits who can respond and when they can respond and how many people can respond. You know, and I've tried to be real and stay within the rules, right? But some of the things that I talk about, I guess could be deemed, you know, derogatory to some people, hateful to some people. See, I know that 2 of my videos, they flagged, and they allowed them to stay, but I know they quit showing them, and they made it so I couldn't, girls, that I couldn't monetize on them as well, you know, and I understand that. And that was talking about drugs and alcohol, that it's a choice. A lot of people don't think so, but that's just my own personal thing, you know. It's your choice whether you decide to go get a fix to get high or to grab the next drink to keep drinking. You know, do you need help? Yes, but it's still your choice to do or not to do. And once you go through rehab, it's your choice at that point of whether to stay clean and sober or go back to doing what you're doing. But I always felt if you take the blame away from them, where they have something to give them just one more excuse. But I got turned in, whether it was because AI picked up on it or whether it was people that had come to see the video were very turned off by it and reported me. One way or the other, they picked up on those 2 videos. Because actually the first one, they got after me, so I just demonetized it. And the second one, I demonetized right off the bat because I knew my rebuttal to that was going to be something that they felt their advertisers didn't want to be part of with the social structure that we're in now. You know, it makes no sense to me, it being in business, that you're trying to do stuff that you wouldn't normally do. And one thing in business is you never, as a business person, get into politics and other things of that nature and your views at your business. You can have your own personal views, but your shop, your workplace has to be neutral. All right. And what I'm seeing right now are a lot of the bigger businesses, you know, even like Bud Light, that was a great fiasco. And they thought that they were doing what society, the new society, wanted. And the problem is the ones that were drinking their beer were not the ones that they were advertising to. It was a whole different segment that, you know, old school rednecks. But I got to thinking, maybe it's not so much that you guys' posts are being deleted because of what you're saying. It's being deleted because of what I'm saying, if that makes any sense. See, it's like I'm old school. I would rather talk to you on the phone than have you text me or email me. And why is that? It's because I can listen to the tone. Words can take on several meanings depending upon the tone that you have it. It's like my daughter. She loves saying to her kids, "That's awesome," you know, as encouragement. And I've seen her when her brother would say something that was asinine. "Oh, that's freaking awesome." Now, saying is awesome and freaking awesome, you know, it could be taken positively or negatively. And it can be used the same way, but may have 2 different meanings, right? One is positive, one is you're so full of crap that, or now you got yourself in over your head. So when I'm talking to people on the phone or in person, I get the language and I get the body language as well, but the voice, the tones, and how people use it. And I think that's one of the things that we need to reconnect somehow, because so many people are just texting each other versus just getting on the phone and talking to people. I would think you'd feel more alone if you didn't have that social interaction of being around other people where you can talk and you know what I'm saying. But what I find odd in the whole thing is I see channels that are doing and saying things to encourage young kids to do stupid ass crap. You know, it's like, what the hell was it? Soap? Detergent balls or something? You know, and trying to get the kids to do this and this and this. And those still remained up. Jeep. And people doing excessive stuff to try to get attention. You know, whether it's flipping a skidoo end over end, or, you know, belly whopping into a big swimming pool. I mean, but that's okay. No, it's not. Not okay. I think anything that could affect our young kids in a negative way, there should be restrictions on it. And YouTube does have restrictions on it. You know, is your video kid friendly? And I always say no. Because a lot of things that I have to say are probably things that I don't want kids to have to learn and know right now. I want them to be kids. That's the whole thing. Is the kids shouldn't be wrapped up in, you know, what's happening around the world. And they should be more concerned about what their friends are doing and having a good time. Enjoying that time with very little responsibilities, because once you become an adult, you can't go back. Some people have tried, but you can't go back. You know, being an adult, you get a lot more things you can do, but comes a lot more responsibility, right? Now it's not, where am I going to get my next meal? It's how. Where when you're a kid, for most kids, you know that your breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks, you don't have to worry about. Mom and dad are providing for you, right? But as an adult, you have to come at it differently, is all I'm saying. And a lot of my videos are geared more towards, you know, 20 and up. There's some stuff like my farming videos I make very kid friendly, but I still check off the box is no for kids. Even though my biggest fan is my granddaughter that loves to see me working with the cows on a daily basis. And what I do is I take the GoPro up with me when I go to feed them. And she loves seeing Papa, you know, on the TV or iPad in the morning, or on her mom's phone. She'll watch the videos. And I'm like a little celebrity, and she's my little fan club. But I still check off the box for no. Because some things, you know, are, I talk about life and death of a, you know, on the farm, you're going to lose animals. And some animals have to go for meat. You know, that's just the way it is. That's farming life. That's country life. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't get discouraged if your posts, girls, if your posts are being deleted. Hey, both of you. Because it may not be you, it may be me. Like I say, really encourage to have comments left. And that's where I get my feedback, right? And it also, you guys give me great ideas for other videos to do that you want to see. And I wouldn't know that unless you brought it up and said something, right? Because this channel is about the ability to swap information, to help each other, whether it's grow in our personal life or in our business life, or as an employee at work, and how to make life better. Not easier, but better, So I'm going to leave that right there, because like with this video today, even though my channel is monetized, I'm going to demonetize this one so that I don't get a policy violation, because there's a lot of words that I've said, that could cause a red flag to go up. Everything from drugs and alcohol, rehab, kids, life and death, If you're just simply AI looking at all the words and not the meanings, then I could see it as being a policy violation. So I'm going to start wrapping this up. I'm going to try to do a video today on the Harbor Freight tools. And one other option, if you find that your posts aren't going through, if you go, I think I'm saying this right, if you go and you scroll up from my video today and you see where you can go to my channel, it's in the left hand corner above the comments and all the remarks and all that stuff, there should be a thing where you can click on it and it brings you to what I call my landing page, or my, and there, I believe that, because there is a email address on file there. And if you want to send something to that email that is not being allowed on, that you think would be something I could use, then I would encourage you, just send it by email. And I thought about saying, well, and I'll try posting it, but I'm not so sure they would let me post it if they're not letting you post it. But if it's ways to better the channel, or just about anything, I read it and I'll respond back. All right. So on that note, you guys have a great Wednesday. We're under a snow advisory starting last night at 7 o'clock and then ending tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. But it's going from 3 to 5 inches of snow. Looks like we got about 2 inches so far. And then it's going to change over to like a mixed precipitation, hail, and possibly freezing rain. So they put out that advisory for till tomorrow. Today we're going to try to go up, and we've got the brush piles on that lot. We got the track. We got a video on that too that I'm going to post. Getting the track back onto the Mini after we put new sprockets on the one side. I got brand new for the other, but it's still decent shape. So I'll have that going up as well. I can do some editing on that. Getting the track back on and some of the antics that we go through. Working out in the cold. The skid steer, we went and took a look at it yesterday, and it's way the heck out in the guy's yard. We got a foot of snow. It won't drive because of the bearing or something in it. So I sent the guy a message. He asked if I looked at it. And I said, yeah, I did. And this is what our issue is. we don't see any way of getting it loaded. So he said if he could get it out to the driveway, could we winch it on from there? And I said, very possible. I'm not going to say yes, but it's very possible. So on that note, you guys enjoy your day. Hopefully I'll have one or two of the videos going out today. One on the Mini, one on my Harbor Freight finds. And we'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. And hopefully you have a better topic. All right? We got to get off this topic. All right, guys.